All products and styles mentioned in this video are based on personal testing and real-life wear. All thoughts and opinions are real and that of my own experience shared with a creative twist. Welcome to A Hair Story. Welcome, beauty enthusiasts, to the Styling Product Showdown, and oh boy, do we have a volume-packed show for you today. We're tackling the age-old question that's been weighing on all of our minds and our wallets. Are those pricey professional volume products worth it, or can drugstore gems give the same bombshell bounce? We're putting high-end professional products up against highly reviewed drugstore volume products in a 24-hour volume challenge. Our three contestants will be using both a root lifter and volume mousse paired together, but from three different brands. They will each be styling their hair the same way, using the same tools, doing the same routine in their 24-hour time frame. Products will be scored on price point, performance, feel, and smell based on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 representing the highest price, worst smell, and worst product feel. You at home, we're gonna need your votes below in the comment section on which product you think performed the best. Now that the rules have been laid out, let's meet our contestants, which you may recognize. Meet Summer Beauty, a 17-year veteran stylist and owner of this channel who believes good hair is a key component in helping all women look and feel the best version of themselves. You may recognize Silky Sue, current champion from our Bob Styling Championship video. She's trading in those smooth locks for a bit more fullness today. And finally, we have Bouncy Brenda. She gave Sue quite a run for her money in the Bob Championship, and she's looking to come out on top today. Before styling their hair, each contestant spent time smelling and testing product feel in their hands prior to application to get an idea about each product. They've taken notes to help them determine the scoring of each product to pair with its performance. Each contestant has prepped their hair with the same shampoo and conditioner that works best with their hair type, as well as using the same leave-in conditioner, so their hair prior to their styling products is the exact same. Let's check in with each of them now to hear a bit about why they chose their products. Summer, as a professional stylist, I have to imagine that you picked out some of the best products. Why don't you share a bit about their price point and what it is that you love about them?
Well, I have chosen my beloved Moroccan oil products, their root boost and their volume mousse. These have been my go-to products for over 10 years. They do score high on our scale for price point, coming in at $32 each, so I've got to put them at a 5 for price point, but they have always been very worth it to me. The root lifter has a lovely foam consistency that I spray all through my scalp. It has a clean smell to it that's not too overwhelming, but it's there. It almost has like a masculine smell, but in a good way though. The volume mousse I'm applying to my hair in 3 to 4 golf ball sizes for the product. The mousse has, I would say, a slightly more chemical smell to it, but it's still very light though, and it's not something I would consider as a factor to keep somebody from buying the product. I would put both of them for their smells at a 2 on our scoring scale.
And how would you say the product feel is when applying?
Very minimal, considering how it feels in both my hands and hair when it's wet. Neither of them have a super sticky feel to it or to the touch. I've always loved these products for how minimal the product feel is when used correctly. I would say that I'm gonna put them at a 2 on our scoring scale.
All right, thank you, Summer. I will let you get to your blow dry as we check in with Silky Sue and Bouncy Brenda. Sue, with your title to uphold, I have to imagine that you picked some winning products.
I sure did. I got online and I did some vigorous research on Walmart.com to find the highest rated and most reviewed drugstore root lifter and volume mousse that I could find. Tresemme, by a landslide, won. It had the most reviewed items. Their amplifying root boost spray had a solid 4-star rating actually, with over 700 reviews, and the extra hold volume mousse was even higher at 4.5 stars with over 1,400 reviews.
Oh wow, that is quite impressive. How do they compare as far as price point to Moroccan oil?
They are much much more affordable. The root lifter comes in just under $7 and the mousse is just $4.98 with a larger size available as well for just $7.98. So very affordable that I'm gonna put it at a 2 for our scoring scale with how affordable the price point is.
And are these applied the same way?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm applying these as suggested from the directions on the back. You wanna give your root lifter a good shake and then spray it directly onto the scalp where you wanna see volume. This root lifter is like Moroccan oils. It comes out as a foam, so it's very easy to see. The volume mousse gives clear and concise directions, suggesting to use 2 to 3 egg-sized dollops that you'll spread through your hair. A lot of brands miss this mark when it comes to directions, so I love seeing the exact amount suggested.
And where would you place them on the scale of how they feel in your hands and hair when wet?
The product feel, I will say I'm slightly concerned about it. The root lifter definitely has this sticky feeling when I was testing it out earlier, and it has a slippery feeling in my hair with it wet right now. The mousse though, it's way less. I would put the root lifter at a 4 on our scale and the mousse at a 2.
Last but not least, how's the smell?
The smell. It's not my favorite. In fact, it's actually quite strong. It's very heavy on the floral. It kind of reminds me of something I would have worn in high school, but it's strong, it's there. I'll see if it lingers. I'm gonna give it right now a 4 in our ranking scale for smell.
The smell, it really can make or break a product. Hopefully the performance though is great to balance it out.
I hope so.
All right, Brenda, I see that you, like Sue, have some drugstore options. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yes, I have selected for my volume products from John Frieda's line, their volume lift. They don't have as many reviews online from Walmart as Tresemme does, but they still both hold over a 4-star rating. Both the root lifter and the mousse say that they're very lightweight, as well as creating touchable volume, which is really something to look for. When testing earlier, they both had minimal product feel. I would put the root lifter at a 3 and the mousse at a 2.
And how is their price point?
The root lifter is just under $10 and the mousse is costing at $11.39 at the time of purchase. So a little higher than Tresemme, but still very affordable and substantially lower than Moroccan oil. So I would rate these at a 3 on our scoring scale for price point.
And do either of these products give directions on how to apply them?
The root lifter just suggests to spray generously to the roots with focus on your crown. So that's what I did, and I sprayed a little bit throughout the rest of my scalp. The volume mousse suggests to use an amount that is palm size to spread through your hair. So I followed suit with that and added just a tiny extra ball of mousse.
Last but not least, what can you tell us about the smell?
I was hoping for a lovely fragrance, but unfortunately both smell kind of like rubbing alcohol to me. So I'm really hoping that the fragrance doesn't linger. I have to give it a full 5 on our scoring scale as far as the smell being the worst out of 5.
That is unfortunate to hear. Well, good luck, Brenda, and I'll let you get your blow dry started.
Thank you.
Each contestant, upon finishing their product application, began their rough dry to start the blow dry process. They each will be performing the same blow dry method that can be found in this video that will be linked below, following the steps of a light rough dry and working in sections while drying the hair with a blowout brush. The specific one they're using for today's blow dry is the very affordable Sutra Eye Bob that can be found linked below as well. Let's check in at this halfway point to see how each are feeling about their product performance. Sue, I know you are excited about your picks from Tresemme. How do you feel like they're performing?
I am feeling so confident in them. I have to say, I am really liking the performance of them so far. Overall, my mids and ends feel light and soft. I have a slight concern about the product feel I have at my scalp from the root lifter, if that's gonna be an issue tomorrow as far as like product feel or oil, but otherwise, I'm really excited, and I have a title to uphold, so I'm giving it my all with this blow dry.
You certainly do. Summer, I've just checked in with Sue, and she's having minimal concern about her product performance. Are you having issues with yours, or are they performing as you expect them to?
Oh, they are performing just as I want. This is what I love about these Moroccan oil products, that they always perform consistently as they are intended to. My hair feels touchable, but with the perfect amount of texture and volume to it, so I'm getting the volume that I want today.
And are you worried at all about the other products the ladies have chosen performing better than yours?
I wouldn't say that I'm worried, but I am very curious to see how the Tresemme products perform. The reviews are so good on them, so I think of the two brands that they might have a better chance, just possibly, of beating me. But for now, I stand Moroccan Oil strong.
I love the confidence, Summer. I'll check back in just a bit. Brenda, I don't feel like you're maybe looking as bouncy as you prefer.
That would be unfortunately true. I'm not living up to my nickname. The word bouncy being in the literal description of the John Frieda mousse, I was really hoping that I would have a little bit more bounce that would transfer to my hair, but it doesn't seem like it's happening quite yet. I'm hoping though that my top sections, that it gets better, but we'll see. I'm really worried that I won't be quite living up to the bouncy Brenda nickname.
Well, I certainly hope that that is not the case. I'll let you get back to it and we'll check in just a bit.
Thank you.
All contestants are breezing through this blow dry process, all having different experiences with their chosen products. Summer and Sue seem to be most happy with their product performance, and poor Brenda seems like she may already be giving up hope. They are each in the final stages of their blow dry, and let's get their final thoughts before the finished result. Brenda, tell me, how's it going? Any better? Any worse?
It's about the same. My hair does feel like incredibly soft as far as like volume products go, so that is something to be said. While the root lifter in my hand, it did feel decently sticky. It doesn't feel sticky though in my hair at all, which is nice, but it's not lifting it very well, it seems either.
So no issues with product feel while drying then?
No, which is very nice. And it's definitely something, again, to be said about the product. I know a lot of volume products can cause the brush to get stuck in the hair. So that part is nice that that's not an issue. But I just wish I had more volume.
All right, Brenda, thank you. I'll let you get finished up.
Thanks.
Summer, you're almost done, I see. Any new thoughts or feelings on how the products are performing?
I'm still as happy as I was earlier. I am getting the root lift that I want. I love the volume that I have through my mids and ends. And then most importantly though, I've been able to really easily work my blowout brush through all of my hair.
And is that something that's often a challenge with volume products?
Yeah, usually in your top section, some of the product can start feeling a little sticky when trying to work your brush through the hair. You just naturally tend to put more product in those top sections. So that's always or can be a concern, but the Moroccan oil is so light in feel, it's hardly ever an issue that comes into play.
And would you still rank your product feel when drying the same as you did earlier?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. It's still standing at a 2 here on our scoring scale.
It sounds like your product picks are true professionals. I'll let you get finished up. All right, Sue, I've just gotten Brenda and Summer's final thoughts for the last part of their blow dry. What can you sum up for us with your thoughts on Tresemme?
I'm still really happy, to be completely honest. I do have the light concern about the root lifter as far as how that's gonna feel, but I think the internet has really done well with these reviews for the product, so I am excited to see how they hold into tomorrow. I think that would be my biggest concern right now.
I'm curious to see how it holds up as well. Would you keep your product feel scoring the same as earlier, or would you move anything?
I would leave my scoring scale exactly the same as what it was when we started this.
All right, thanks, Sue. I'll let you get finished up.
Thank you.
As the contestants are in their final stage of their blow dry, I want to remind you at home to share with us in the comments your thoughts and feelings on how you think each product is performing, as well as other products you would like to see in future comparison videos. Your input means everything to us here at Summer Beauty, and we always want to bring you the best videos possible. As you can see, here are the final looks of each contestant, and we've labeled each one with their chosen products. Our judge is going to be taking into account product feel, smell, and performance of the product, what it looks like right now immediately after, and how it continues to look into tomorrow. Over the next 24 hours, all three ladies will be going about their day the exact same way to see how well each product holds up. They'll be running their hands through their hair once each hour, spending a bit of time outside to fight the Florida heat, and wearing their hair up in a loose pony when they shower and sleep at night. So here again is a recap of what their hair looked like immediately after styling. Again, the products are paired with each person so you can know which is which. And here is what their hair looked like after being outside and running their hands through their hair each hour. And here is what they look like in the morning after a night's rest prior to any restyling. Each contestant is going to reshape their hair some, as that is often needed for a day two hair to refluff and put back into place. And then we'll get to hear their final thoughts, as well as needing your votes at home to choose a final winner on what product you think looks best. This has been an experience, to say the least. I feel like my John Frieda picks were honestly quite useless. From the smell to performance, I just felt the products were a letdown. The mousse did make my hair feel soft, but I was not going for this like super flat, sleek look, which is what I felt these products created. Even with the affordable price tag, I don't think they're worth the money if you're aiming for a voluminous look. The root lifter, while it had minimal product feel during the blow dry, by the next day, my roots felt quite dirty and they looked it as well compared to the other products, and they were fully flat. Myself, I would opt to invest in a root lifter like Moroccanoil's, as it appeared to have the most lift and texture at the roots. Final rankings on overall product feel, I give the root lifter a full 5 with lots of product feel. The mousse was minimal though, that I would put at a 2, and I'd put my final thoughts on smell at a 3 on our scale. So I had really high hopes with these Tresemme products, and I have to say that I was so happy with their performance when drying. I think my hair overall came out very nice and it held well into the next day. While the product feel of the root lifter was strong prior to putting it in my hair, I think I put the root lifter at a 4 on our scale when starting, but I would actually lower that down to a 2 or 3. I did want a touch more volume at the roots, but my hair, even with just my fingers, reshaped and fluffed back up nice, creating volume, which I loved. It might not be the most root lifter that I've ever used, but for the price, it's very hard to complain about it. The volume mousse, again, while the smell's very strong, I was impressed with its overall performance. I felt that it had nice hold without feeling stiff. I could get both my brush and hands through my hair. I think comparing it to Moroccanoil's mousse, it really does stand on its own, and you will see me using this one more often. Final scoring for mousse product feel, I give it a 2, and final thoughts on smell for both, I will give them a 3 on our scale for the fact that the smell didn't linger. Oh, I had so much fun doing this, and it's not a surprise of how pleased I am with the performance of my Moroccanoil picks. There is a reason that they have been my go-to products for years. They are solid and reliable each and every time. Paying more attention to product feel, I would bump up the root lifter to a 3 once dry. It does create a good amount of lift, which provides a texture feel to the hair, but honestly, I live for that, so it's nothing that bothers me. The mousse though remains at a 2, as my hair is very touchable and still feels soft without feeling stiff. Smell, I guess I would cap them at a 2.5. While I don't think that it's a strong smell at all, Moroccanoil does have a distinct smell that some people may not go for, but their performance always leaves me very happy and feeling good about myself. We've had so much fun here today, and I hope you all at home have as well. Here is how the hair looked on day 1. And here is how the hair looks after reshaping and fluffing a bit at hour 24. After careful consideration, our judge has their final recommendations. The Moroccanoil Root Boost is what they would recommend to anyone wanting ample lift and texture created in the root area, with Tresemme's Extra Hold Mousse as their pick of product to use through those mids and ends. The price point of this one is just too hard to beat, and paired with product feel and performance, it's a win-win. Don't forget, final input for a winner comes from you at home, so be sure to share which products you think came out on top. While you're there, share any products you would like to see tested next. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will leave you with this fun blow dry tutorial you can find right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!